What's good, y'all? What's good, Real Talk Squad? This is Miles, and you're listening to Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where you know we always keep it real. Let's get straight into it, man. Jalen Hurts is that guy. I'm going to split this episode in two things. I'm going to talk about Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. I'm going to talk about the Sixers and a certain player that the Sixers used to have that fans are saying should come back. We're first going to go with the Jalen Hurts Eagles topic, right? The Jalen Hurts disrespect is literally getting ridiculous. It's getting disrespectful at this certain point. I'm seeing these quote-unquote experts say that this guy isn't top 10. I think Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in the NFC. The only quarterback in the NFC that if you say he's better than Jalen Hurts, I'm not going to be like upset is Matthew Stafford. If you want to say Matthew Stafford is better because he won a chip, he's got better all-time stats, all that stuff, I'm not mad at it at all. What will get me mad is if I see another quote-unquote expert say that Dak Prescott, who hasn't won anything in 6 more years than Jalen Hurts, that he's better because he has more skills. Here's my thing, bro. Since when was leadership a skill? I'm sorry. Since when was leadership not a skill? Since when was being clutch not a skill? Since when was winning not a skill? That's skill. We wanna pick and choose what are skills and what aren't skills. We want to pick and choose what are skills and aren't skills based on the certain narrative that we want to push. What do I hear all the time? Kevin Durant is the most skilled player of all time. He hasn't even scored 60 points yet. I ain't saying Kevin Durant is like, he's not an all-time great scorer. He definitely is. He's one of the best scorers ever. But like this whole thing of like, because it looks prettier, he's more skilled. Nah, LeBron James is a more skilled scorer. He's a more skilled offensive player. If maybe you don't want to say scorer, even though I think he's a better scorer, if you want to say just offensive player, the guy can pass, the guy can rebound, the guy can score at will. But I'm trying to say, to bring this back to the Hurts convo, it's like just because what Bron does isn't as pretty as KD doesn't mean that he isn't more skilled offensively than Kevin Durant. Same thing goes for Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott. Just because Jalen Hurts, whatever you see from him, it might not look as pretty as Dak Prescott. Although I've seen this guy, Jalen Hurts, throw literal dots to Devontae and AJ. Literal dots consistently all the time. What about that one that he threw to Olamide Zaccheaus against Buffalo? Come on. Like, Hurts has so many instances in his career where he has shown up when the lights were the brightest. He has so many instances that he has put his teammates in position to be successful. And it's not a coincidence that A.J. Brown's best year as a pro was with Jalen Hurts. It's not a coincidence. So I'm tired of y'all knocking down players for having good players around them. I'm tired of that, bro. I'm tired of that. You did the same thing with Patrick Mahomes, and then he had to show y'all he was still that guy without Tyreek Hill. The same thing applies. At the end of the day, these guys have to throw the ball to the guy. Like it's not like it's just hand on a platter, bro. Like every wide receiver is dependent on a good to great QB to get them they touches. Like if Hurts was this scrub that y'all be trying to make him out to be, then he wouldn't get A.J. Brown all these touches and have him have a career year under him, or or Devontae wouldn't go for a $140 in a playoff game. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what I'm trying to say, bro, you can't knock Jalen Hurts or Brock Purdy for having great teams around him. Because we have literally seen players like Dak Prescott have superstar teams around him, whether it's the offensive line, whether it's wide receivers, whether it's the running game, whether it's the defense, whatever the case may be, all pros everywhere, pro bowlers everywhere, and hasn't gotten it done. So it's not a guarantee that if you do have a great roster that you do get it done, or that you do get the Super Bowl, that you do get to the NFC Championship game. So I'm not going to hold that against Jalen Hurts or Brock Purdy, that they have good teams around them. They have great teams around them, because at the end of the day, you still got to get it done. You still have to get it done, bro. So when I just see players like, hey, how can you say that C.J. Stroud is better than Jalen Hurts? He had one good season. How can you say that? I need to see, like, bro, I think it was on the score, bro. Because it's so disrespectful. I'm looking at this top 10 list. Mahomes 1, Burrow 2, Allen 3, Lamar 4. All right, I'm not mad at that. I'm not even mad at Stafford. I'm not mad at Stafford being ranked over Hurts. It's just like, I would rather have Hurts. Herbert, hell no. Hell no. What? Come on. C.J. Stroud, no. One good season, bro. Aaron Rodgers, no. Look at Aaron Rodgers in look at Aaron Rodgers that last season in Green Bay. That's the Aaron Rodgers who we're going to see in New York. You're not going to see that MVP Rodgers, bro. You're not. I'm sorry. You're just not. Jared Goff, hell no. Dak Prescott, hell no. So it's like, bro, I just don't even get how Dak gets in these convos. I really don't. Because when you look at Dak Prescott, hear me out. Yes, I have an Eagles background, but let's keep it a stack. We watch these games. What happened in the playoffs? When it was a one-score game, when the game was in reach, even a two-score game, Dak was nowhere to be found. When did Dak turn up? When they was down by 30 and 40 points. Like, stop this revisionist history. Oh, Dak has all these stats. Oh, pass. Oh. Let's look at the context. Let's look at the context. And this is why being able to perform under pressure is a skill. It's not a team thing. It's a skill. It's a freaking skill. That's what it is, bro. Let's talk about this Sixers real quick. Every Sixers fan, I'll let me backtrack. Let me rephrase like this. We're having some Sixers fans say that Ben Simmons should be a Sixer again. Have some of you Sixers fans lost y'all mind? I'm hearing that y'all think we should acquire Ben Simmons again. Do you not remember what happened in 2021? Do you not remember that next training camp, that next season, he's practicing with an iPhone in his pocket? And you want that guy to come back. Y'all not real Philly fans. Y'all not. Oh, well, Ben, he can rebound. He can still pass. I don't care. The guy is broken physically and mentally. Why are you bringing him to this team? Enlighten me. Enlighten me on what is the upside, the benefit, and bringing back a guy who the city literally hates. What's the point in bringing back a guy that hasn't shown anything in Brooklyn? Every single stat he has is down. Every single stat. From points to rebounds, assists, everything's down. So what are you're going to trade for a player who's steadily who's declining year by year? Who you can see in his eyes, he don't have that same love for the game? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? So like, I get we're in the business of hot takes and all this stuff. I have some hot takes as well. But you're not finna tell me that trading for Ben Simmons with the Sixers team that has title aspirations is a sane move. No, it's not. No, it is not. So look, all I'll say, I'm excited for what the Sixers do. I'm excited for what Joel Embiid does at Team USA. And I said this before, I will say it again. I want Joel Embiid to use Team USA to become a better passer. Now, each year, Embiid has become a better passer, a better passer, and a better passer. He's improved each year. Now, the big reason why I have Jokic over Embiid is because he is still, even though Embiid has improved, leaps and bounds a better playmaker. Because we saw in the playoffs that there were times that Embiid was doubled and he did not have the vision to go ahead and get his teammates open. So I would say, look, Embiid, you have the most talent you've had around you really since 2018-2019 season. So if you can go ahead and learn from Team USA, learn from a Halliburton, learn from a LeBron on how to become a better playmaker, a better passer, and I want you to average 7 assists next year. I don't feel like that's like out of the ordinary for you to do. You've had several 10 assist games last season. You had like 6 assists last season. I mean, bro, you can get 7 assists. So I want to see Joel Embiid use Team USA, use the Olympics to become a better playmaker. Because if Embiid can stay healthy and become an even better playmaker, we're talking about a championship team. We're talking about a team that they should be the favorite to go ahead and win the championship. And I'm being dead serious. I'm not joking. I ain't stutter. I'm so serious. If Embiid is healthy and he improves as a playmaker, oh my gosh, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Because it's like, if you double him, he'll kick out to Paul George. He'll kick out to Tyrese Maxey. He'll kick out to Caleb Martin. He'll kick out to Eric Gordon sometimes. Hell, he'll kick out to Jared freaking McCain. I mean, we got shooters everywhere. Everywhere. So if Embiid can become a better, if Embiid can become a better passer, I mean, the sky's the limit. The sky is the limit. So that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see from Joel Embiid. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard, you know, he's going to step away because of injury things. I believe it's the opposite for Joel Embiid. And I think a lot of the times, like, this load management thing, these athletes actually get injured more by load managing because it's like, if your body ain't accustomed to you just keep continuing to play. We've seen John Stockton at like 38 years old play like 82 games. Like, I'm not buying this whole load management thing, bro. I'm not buying it, bro. I'm just simply not buying it, bro. So I would just say, how about you get your conditioning right now, Embiid? Start now. Start now. Continue these good habits. Learn from the greats that's around you. And then you'll come into next season on a tear. Now, obviously, adding Paul George puts a lot of weight off you to where that you don't have to play 35 minutes a night, 33 minutes a night. You can drop down to like 29 during the regular season. Play like 60, 65 games. That would be great. And then be refreshed for the playoffs. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see happen. So, again, like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. Eagles, Sixers, the Phillies. The Phillies? Y'all gonna hate me when the Phillies win the World Series. It's set in stone. It's set in stone, bro. There's no team top to bottom that's better than us. Who got a better bullpen? Nobody. I mean, every time I look around, it's somebody on the Yankees giving up some home run. Like, come on, bro. We got the deepest starting pitcher lineup in the whole entire league. If you're telling me that Christopher Sanchez is our fourth best pitcher, you're cooked. You're cooked. You're simply cooked because like you already lost there. So I see the potential in this Phillies team to be all-time great. Because you got Kyle Schwarber, you got Trey Turner playing out of his mind, you got Bryce Harper, that is the inevitable. Alec Boehm having a great year. Nick Castellanos started off slow, now he's picked it up, and he's had several key games. We even have Rojas hitting some home runs. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a bonus. But that's a bonus in addition to what he does defensively. I mean, he's bound to get a crazy eye-dropping catch every other game. Shout out Rojas, man. My man, Edmundo Sosa, he be getting jiggy, bro. He be getting jiggy. Like, that's my man. That's my man. So, like, the vibes are immaculate. Topper is great. And I love this Phillies team. And shout out Hoffman, shout out Strom. Alvarado, I'm not too big on the guy. No Diddy. But I think he can pick it up. So I'll just say that this Phillies team should be the favorite to win the World Series. And looking at the Dodgers, it's not a guarantee that Mookie Betts returns back to his form after injury. It's not a guarantee. And still, I think the Dodgers are very top-heavy. The Dodgers are very top-heavy. Outside of Ohtani, Freeman, Mookie, who you don't know if he'll be back to the same form. Hernandez is like, they top of the lineup is nice. They bottom of the lineup is trash. I'm not super scared of their starting pitchers, bro. I'm not like scared of them. And their relievers, and I'm not scared of them, bro. I'm not scared of them. So again, the Phillies should be the favorite, and I will act a fool when the Phillies win the World Series. Like, I'm subscribed to all that jazz. I love y'all. Phillies, Sixers, Eagles, Philly Frenzy. We out.